Jesus' name above all names. March 17th, Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. Co-worker. Yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler of Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Micah chapter 5, verse 2. The history of the great conflict between good and evil, from the time it first began in heaven to the final overthrow of rebellion and the total eradication of sin, is also a demonstration of God's unchanging love. The sovereign of the universe was not alone in his work of beneficence. He had an associate, a co-worker, who could appreciate his purposes and could share his joy in giving happiness to created beings. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. John chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. Christ the Word, the only begotten of God, was one with the eternal Father, one in nature, in character and purpose, the only being that could enter into all the counsels and purposes of God. His name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. His goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Micah chapter 5, verse 2. And the Son of God declares concerning himself, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting. When he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Proverbs chapter 8, verses 22 through 30. The Father wrought by his Son in the creation of all heavenly beings. By him were all things created, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, or all things were created by him and for him. Colossians chapter 1, verse 16. Angels are God's ministers, radiant, with the light ever flowing from his presence, and speeding on rapid wing to execute his will. But the Son, the anointed of God, the express image of his person, the brightness of his glory, upholding all things by the word of his power, holds supremacy over them all. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 3. A glorious high throne from the beginning was the place of his sanctuary. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 12. A scepter of righteousness, the scepter of his kingdom. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 8. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Psalm 96, verse 6.